recording begins now.
So we are going to edit the Scriptshadow quarterfinals right now. Talk through some screenplay technique and go from there. So this is the Scriptshadow blog or what have you. So the ones are Raised by Wolves,
Dionaea,
and the wild card, Odysseus and his boy. So we should probably. So the wild card was somebody that finished third, but then kind of got back in. Raised in seclusion, a curious but naive teenage secret agent discovers a sinister side to her work and must escape her handlers and flee into a world she fears to discover the truth. I think we read Raised by Wolves. Remember, it was the girl who was like the secret agent girl. Remember?
No.
We did. I'm pretty sure. I'm like pretty sure.
Look in your thing. Wouldn't you have
look at my archive?
Yeah,
I have my archive. I can look. I'm like 90% sure we've read Raised by Wolves.
I feel like I would remember that.
I can actually just pull up the script more. Let me see. Final boss editing. Yeah, I'm 90%, 9.99% sure we read Raised by Wolves. Click over Raised.
You'll let in perhaps, I got the time right on our job today. So.
Yep, Raised by Wolves.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. See what I said about. Oh, is that our cooking stream?
Yeah, it was after cooking.
Maybe I was delirious from the.
Yeah, she was drinking hot chocolate, so she probably.
3 weeks from today, 8 plus guaranteed. Terrifying woman.
Well, so we read Raised by Wolves.
So we read it before.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the one that I was the biggest fan of. It was that one with like the tough guy, like getting like rescuing that girl. Like he kills her family, and then like suddenly, remember that? And then he's like, "Come with me." It's kind of like the Lucky Number 11.
Yeah.
As her ship is rapidly overrun by malevolent alien intelligence determined to assimilate the entire crew, a biologist discovers a much darker secret she must expose to the world before they all die. Odysseus and his boy, with only one night to act, two rival soldiers must sneak behind enemy lines to complete a last-ditch suicide mission that will finally put an end to a decade-long contract.
Conflict.
Contract.
Conflict.
Contract.
There's an F-L-I-C-T?
I don't believe you. I don't.
You just got conflict. Sorry.
She dies. Speaking of conflict. Just kidding. I need my ghetto torture right now. Better watch out.
Back him up.
So I
like the Dionaea one.
I like Dionaea. And then kind of a toss up because it's either IC contract. That's my man. He says IC contract.
Oh.
I see it too.
Y'all about to get
messed up.
Bitch slapped.
About to get messed up.
Full bitch slap coming y'all's way.
Well, I'm pretty ambivalent.
I mean, I'd rather.
I'm kind of curious to see Raised by Wolves because it's like did they change it? Is it the same? And we can also probably go through it faster because we've already kind of know the plot.
So that and Dionaea.
Or we can do the wild card. I'm pretty open.
I'm curious about Dionaea.
So we'll do Dionaea for sure.
Okay.
But do you want to do the wild card or do you want to? Nope, I don't want to open it in browser. Oops. Chrome is so like in your face about stuff sometimes. It's like Chrome, we get you want to own the world, but you don't have to like rub it in our face all the time. It's like Google, you own everything. We got it. Okay, Odysseus or Raised by Wolves? I'll fight everyone here. Everyone here. I have laser vision. Hey, Silent Willow. What up?
Hi.
doing our traditional amateur Saturday, Friday offerings. Being good citizens of Scriptshadow, I guess. And then we just read a radio drama, which you can see in the recording, but it's really corny. But it needs work, I think. That's fine. As long as it's an example of radio drama. Oops, I'm on the wrong tab. There you go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Raised by Wolves or Odysseus.
Wolves.
Okay. Boom.
Only because I don't like war movies.
Yeah, they are kind of tricky to pull off. They are kind of tricky to pull off. So we're going to do a... I'm going to open up Notepad++.
You're a Notepad++.
You get to our traditional screenplay format.
Should we put on the headphones so we don't kill people?
We can put on the headphones so we don't kill people. Because I know how obnoxious that is. The thumping. The endless thumping.
I know, I always forget and then...
people are like, Alright, well there's Dionaea.
See, I told you my sound effects are legendary.
Her sound effects are legendary.
That's right.
Very nice, Danielle.
That's right.
It definitely makes me feel like I am not dating someone who's crazy. You better watch out. I'm just kidding.
Kill a
I
man
like
for
crazy.
less.
You're dating someone crazy too, baby.
I've killed a man for less.
You killed men for less?
Uh-huh.
Who damn? There's mass graves out there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Just Fox's mass graves. All the chewed bones.
Kick dirt on them.
All the chewed bones.
Put their bodies in. Kick the dirt on.
Covered in fecal matter. Yeah. That's a beautiful image, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Alright, we will plug in with some real headphones. Yeah, if I cannot hit my face. Save y'all's ears. These ones are actually not too noise cancelling. It's the other ones that like cancel out everything.
Can you hear me?
Well, Foxy kills. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Foxy is a ice cold killer. And ferocious.
Can y'all hear me?
I'll turn it up.
Okay. Can you hear me?
That's pretty good. They'll be able to make it out for sure. Okay, Dionaea. Ooh, in Greek letters and not courier. Interesting. That's almost weird title page.
Can we flip that? It's bugging me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
It's weird.
That's hilarious.
I always have to have my note, like when I study, my notes are always on the right, and what I'm looking at is always on the left.
That was terror. Unadulterated terror.
Better. Much better.
You're in for it now. We ghost killers out there. You're gonna get body with that shorty. Clip with the crypt, don't with the chrome. I can keep going. Swag. Swag, swag. Yeah.
It's true.
Foxy.
I am the definition of ghetto torture.
Yeah, Foxy is ghetto torture. You guys should be besties. I don't even know what I'm doing here. P1. A hellacious whinnying roar coupled with the insistent drumming of a strong force against middle. Open on the worn, tired-faced of Lelia Castell, early 30s brunette, clothing ripped to shreds. She looks like she survived an earthquake during a hurricane. PTSD on steroids. On steroids. She's staring at us, recording herself. It doesn't take long from her surroundings to see we're in the future. This is most likely a spaceship.
What does it look like?
Yes. What do her surroundings look like that tell us she's in the future? Describe. Yeah, and this is actually a good piece of writing advice for novels too, which is get to the concrete. The future is vague. Like my understanding of the future, or even my understanding of a spaceship, is vague. Like, if I say dog, what everybody that's listening right now thinks of is probably different.
French bulldog.
I was thinking of a schnauzer, so there you go. So if you say a schnauzer, a little dog with a mustache and a beard pops into your head.
So notice different yoga.
Excuse you. But yeah, so That specificity is very important, and especially in screenplays where you're going to have to make sure that someone else is delivering that image, because that's all you have is their mind's theater. Latia, my name is Laila. 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 It's Lailya when you spell Layla.
No, it's L-A-I.
It's
L-A-I is
Layla.
Lay.
Layla.
You can also do L-A-I.
Nope.
Like
It's the only way you spell it.
M-A-I-L. Layla.
You're gonna die.
Just saying.
You're gonna die!
Just because you spell it with a Y.
Alright, fine. She gets, okay. Name is Layla Castell. I'm the molecular biologist on board of the Erickson Explorer. Oh, you can.
She's gonna be a badass though.
No, she says
My
she
name's
gets
Layla.
misty quick, but no.
My name's Layla Castell. I'm a molecular biologist on board the Erickson Exploratory Space Vessel. This could be my only chance. This is tragedy of the deepest kind. We've been betrayed, all of us.
It's a terrible battering on the door off screen. Layla looks at it, sucks down the grief, looks back to us with grim determination.
I hope you find this. I'm gonna make damn sure you find this.
Another awful clattering off screen, and we cut to hands on glass. Wake up! JC, Layla, wake up! Now to the eyes, blinking themselves open, it's Layla, except that she doesn't look nearly as worn as when she was recording herself. She looks up. We have lots of ups. That's fine. That's just kind of a repeat word. It's always kind of weird. A sudden panic through thick glass, the face of Logan Fox. 30s, a man who looks thoroughly unprepared for the extreme circumstances.
Great grandson.
Logan, what's the... Oh, sorry.
Logan, what's...
They're loose and overwhelming the entire ship. We have to get to the next level now. Layla's eyes go wide with fright. Logan works a small keypad, cryotube, which ungracefully creaks open. So Layla sits up. We realize that the room is big and filled with other empty cryotubes. The room is aged and rusted, cluttered from use. Several cryotubes have been smashed and destroyed. Logan rushes to a small compartment and digs out mismatched sweats and fatigues for Layla. They only wear skivvies and cryosleep. Skivvies. This was written by a British author. I will bet on that.
I don't know about that skivvies.
Only my skivvies, good sir. Skivvies indeed. Well, hello, other people hanging out. Feel free to chat. If you have any questions on why we are making such decisions with our editing. Yeah, after you get crazy enough in life, you just start using silly voices. Tosses them as she stands up. Groggy catches herself, dresses quickly, eyes roaming the environs, takes stocks of her status for the first time. A quick flash of memory, Layla's raised voices, hands punching a code on an alphanumeric keypad, a gunshot, glass shattering. Reality.
I don't know how I felt like the kind of like this, that, reality, that, Layla's memory, flash, voices.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I would, yeah. It feels a little bit gimmicky, I would say, like sci-fi panic gimmicky. I would try to focus on, because I've seen these, wow, wow, like red lights, like running through a hallway. Everyone's like covered in blood, like blah, 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 like things are pouring out of their mouth, like that's all stuff. like it's a Tuesday at my house,
At work.
So you want to give me something unique. You want them to walk out and everyone's in a cocoon and you're like, what? I mean, that's also a standard image, or everything's covered in web, in spider web, the whole hallway in the spaceship. Something specific can really make these stereotypical, not stereotypical, but these common sci-fi horror. Sci-fi horror script. You're gonna see sprinting down corridors and pouring out of mouths and stuff like that, but you really want to find uniqueness through specificity, because when you give me a general raised voices, hands punching codes, keypad, gunshot, glass shattering, I am going to think as the reader the stereotype, so then it's going to feel stereotypical, though you may have envisioned something more distinctive. Because the reader's reading it at lightning speed, you're writing it slowly and you're thinking through these things, and you probably have a really cool thing that's more specific. that I'm gonna miss. Language makes me feel like it's a standard high horror. Or show me.
Good catch.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope that helps clarify what I meant. What, mate?
What, mate?
You what, mate? You gonna use the English accent? Don't forget, oh boy. Oh boy.
What, mate? What, mate?
Layla rubs her head.
British.
You
I
can.
just want to be like a sheriff. I think I would be a sheriff.
You would be. You'd be on the street somewhere. What's going on? Where's Pratt? They got out Layla. Oh, they got.
They
Oh,
got
that's
out.
me. I'm Logan. Sorry.
What's going? Where's going on?
Where's going on? Yeah.
What's going on? Where's Pratt?
They got out Layla. They've destroyed the entire hell deck. And escaped all the escape pods. All the transport modules. There's no way off this boat. Layla and Logan take stock of the noise. They wait. Okay, we're good. I think it's supposed to be like tense waiting. I understand that type of stuff, but it feels to me like just
Like the narrator's trying to be a character.
yeah. That works in novels, and like I'm learning now that like you need that stuff in novels, but in screenplays, it's very hard to pull off in a way that is constructive because your goal is to just describe what is happening on camera, so you cannot do any telling on a screenplay. You can do telling like that in a novel. It's actually very important to do it, I'm learning, but in a screenplay, no bueno. The script will show on screen only. Show their tensing, then relaxation. Not okay. We're good. And maybe that's just a style note. Like maybe I'm just old fashioned. And screenplay writing has changed since I used to do it a lot more. But since I used to do reading, but when I was reading, that was something that would always
I think it makes sense.
have a weird vibe. Derp. I'm gonna title this note Derp. I couldn't remember what I was doing, so that's the title.
Fantastic. What happened to the crew?
Logan hesitates just a few seconds too long. They can't be good.
What about Pratt, Dartmouth, Kreitz, Vaynerchuk? What the hell's going on?
It's a miracle I found you. Logan turns away and walks to the raised platform where he picks up a Gauss machine gun, and a flamethrower. Here, take the flame unit. Tosses her the flamethrower, the size of a double-barrel shotgun. There are dual tanks set on each side of the barrel. So that's good. This is a great description. And this really roots me in the scene. Because the more abstract they are, the more floaty it feels. And it's like kind of a hard way to describe it, but the more you kind of have this like, it's like this like, in your mind, it's like this like kind of gray area outside of what's happening. But then whenever you get a concrete thing, like it's really good. So that's a great. Let's go. Moves towards the exit. So, because I don't really know where the exit is. Like, I don't really know what the room is. So, like, that's that kind of gray area that we're talking about. The way it's like, now there's an exit kind of forming, and you're like, okay, so there's an exit. Erickson spacecraft, mid-level corridor. Skulk down a corrugated pathway, weapons pointed, which looks as aged as in use as the cryotubes. They take a sweat. It's never a bad idea to take one action line to describe the scene. Give us that. What's this? What are we looking at? What's the hallway look like? You may assume that it's like similar to what the room they were in before, but I would consider taking a second there. Give us a moment. An action line. Quick flash of memory. Ooh, flashback. It's never good.
They sweat and keep their blood shallow. You want to fill me in? How did they get out?
You don't remember? Didn't we just have that?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, I guess she's having these flashes. I see. Maybe I think I misunderstood that. That probably should be like couched in flashback. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can get away with doing that. I don't know how I think about that. Yeah. I think it's okay, but yeah, I don't see what it's adding. Like, cause like that's such a vague flashback. I don't see what it's gonna give me that's gonna help me understand my current plot line better. And every
Be like a moment
yeah,
later.
there's one of these is like one of these writing tips has like about flashbacks, which is kind of what we're describing. Should I?
What was it? Sabotage? The containment units were tested. They're foolproof.
Guess they weren't tough enough.
They're not as intelligent as us, though.
Stops for as a browser for recollecting. Flash the same pathway, bleached out pick. It's a memory of Logan. Just follow me, Will. Back to reality. Present time. Be alright, promise. She fervently studies Logan's. What just happened? Why'd you stop? Come on.
She says she's a flashback to that moment.
It's a bleached out pic of a memory of Logan.
And he's saying,
And
just
then,
follow me, we'll be alright, but this is in the present time.
yeah, I would really, and then Logan ... Like, you got to use, voiceover. I think this is page 4 still. Use VO for these out of body dialogues. Someone is in scene, or like memory dialogues. I'm trying to think. That's what I meant. Someone is in scene. Yeah, especially if they're like standing in the scene, because like this is still a technical document. You're gonna think they talked. Fervently studies. What just happened? Yeah, I don't know if I like the flashback direction here. I think it's really feels forced, like the forced conflict and like like it's like that's like how I feel. Like it feels like you're kind of jumping around so much that like we're actually hurting the story's tension because I don't know the characters. I feel like I haven't gotten my footing as a reader yet, so like I'm just like stumbling along with you, and I'm like I don't know what's going on, nor do I care because I haven't built that yet. So I would really consider slowing down, getting a few real moments between these characters to help us care when the whatever attacks them. Opaque wall of body parts, crystallized. So they go into a vestibule.
Stop dead in their tracks as they see a grotesque wall of body parts.
Either the sight and smell would make you want to sniff an outhouse and sleep in a raw meat locker. Hard to do smell. You really want to show, yeah. So like this, holding her hand over her mouth is like a good show of smell. So you want to have the characters react to things in a way that suggests smell.
And that's a hard one too. Logan would choke down the vomit, but it looks like he's already seen this.
Yeah, these are kind of odd. Yeah. Gags, yeah. Maybe he just like lowers his head and tells her to come on. Yeah, well, see, he does. So you're doing those moments, like, and that's like one is like it's the first moment I would think of, so maybe you'd want to get a level deeper because it's like he's like just like looks away and he's like, come on, as if he's seen it before. So like you want to describe that moment and be like he lowers his head and tries not to look at that wall of bodies as he shouts, "Come on!"
Keep it simple, and then let their dialogue and their actions say that instead of like trying to explain it first and then showing it. I think it's kind of
Yeah, trust the reader. Page 5. Where the explain trust the reader. Avoid explaining before showing.
Yeah, I think just in general to just stick to their actions and not necessarily how they feel about it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like even when you say, "Oh, Layla continues to process the imagery," it's sort of like, well, just like have her looking at like she can't take her eyes off of it.
Yeah. I concur. She does just look down, Layla. Like they're so thin and strong.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, oh,
Thunders.
no. They're
Hey,
very
thunders are
felt.
good.
Thunders are good. They're very powerful like thunder. She does. The ooze has gone to the ground floor like roots protruding out of the ground. She walks cautiously to Logan, keeps watch. Pratt? Layla?
That's Pratt.
She turns back. Bo's over there. Please, Layla, we have to get to the next level before. With pinchers and a multitude of antenna bursts in the heating duct, it slithers down the grease of a spider. Layla! Logan grabs Layla. So, because I want to read more, I may call this one here because my note is pretty clear. We need to get our footing with the characters. We need to care about the characters before you throw them into action.
Just good. Action's good.
Yeah, but it seems like too many actions happening at once, like memories, alien, body wall, stuff. Like it's okay to slow down a little bit. Like you should have one hook early, but I feel like you're trying to like put 5 hooks into there, yeah, and you want to be, like yeah, I'm trying to think. The pacing just seems accelerated to the point of like distraction, and you're gonna. I feel like I'm losing the story a little bit.
This is a mini review.
Good writing and powerful. I think dialogue. I really have liked the dialogue, like solid here. Think I would a ton of action hooks early. Be sure to root us in a character we care about first. This can be short, but it's necessary. We have to connect to Layla and be like, yeah, it could be a save the cat moment or just something that makes her human, like, being like, but like, and you do have her asking about the people. I just feel there was so much action that it just like drowned out. Like, I think because you did make attempts at this, but it was just drowned out by the action, and the flashbacks, and it was so hard to get a grip on what was going on. Yeah. What are the notes? Oh yeah. Be sure to show the internal moments you have in action lines. This can be a useful way to make the scene more concrete, which is good. You want that concrete scene. I'm going to jump over to raised by meows, and then we may do a speed one of that too because it's late. Boom.
Cool.
Then we'll claim a winner,
Indeed.
and then they will murder all who oppose them.
Is that our picture?
Huh?
Is that your website? Our picture? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the website.
Our picture. Oh.
It's my 2 featured posts. I need to actually add more blog posts. I was gonna put up one of the ones like an essay I wrote up on there for writing stuff. Well, feel free to comment if you have any comments.
Indeed.
Other than that, off we go. Paul Clark, Raised by Wolves.
Just as fair warning, we have read this before.
We
so
have.
We may speed through.
We may go a little bit faster because it is late in California.
And wait with it.
Yes. I don't know why I'm doing an announcer's voice, but it seems fun.
It seems like the right time.
It seems like the right thing to do. Middle class town, strewn, late night quiet. Pardon me? Cool. I'll read loudly. Messy middle class town, toys strewn around, late night quiet. Only light comes from a flickering television, slumped on the couch, man's barely awake, eyelid sleeps. His eyelids droop again, and he finds himself staring at an intruder, all in black. No. The bullet in the forehead. Dead. So good. So I think it's all stuff I can see, and this is kind of that difference in the action. If I could spell, PTIN, all visual. And just look at how these action lanes differ from the 2 screenplays. There's not that internality. It's all very tactical. We sense this is from his POV a little bit. His eyelids droop again. Then he finds himself staring. So like this is like very specific, very visual, very concrete, which is what you have to have in a screenplay. You can get away with that a bit more ambiguity and a bit more. Well, you still want concrete in a novel, but you can get away with more internality in a novel, like that we were seeing in the Dionaea draft. But yeah, much stronger action description here. No, bullet snaps him in the head. The unscrews the silencer and packs away his gun. The killer steps into the light. Walter, 42, sports a manicured goatee, general sense of refinement. His relaxed demeanor suggests this is just another day. He takes 1 step towards the door, but cat is moving in the corner of his eye. He follows, finds the bedroom door ajar. He pulls out a small flashlight, switches it on. Pink cat. Is it pink cat with a name? Cat? Oh, the door. Touches his radio earpiece. He pushes the door. There's not supposed to be any. Pink decor. Dora Explorer sheets, children's toys, kids. Movement, lightning fast. The bed sheets ripple. Communications female. Sorry, sir, our records show nothing about children. Walter shakes his head and he gets on his knees. Who's running this show? What's the contingency? Moment of radio silence. Walter shines the flashlight. That's a great decision. Great decision here. Having him not want to kill the guy because they're his kids, so it makes him sympathetic. And having someone for him to talk to, which was the communications. Really?
The communication?
Really, was it?
This one, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Good decision to have him show that he's not happy. There's a kid, and it wasn't the plan. Orders are to clean the site. A moment of resignation. Walter shakes his head. When I'm in charge, we'll run this damn organization properly. Yes, sir. He has to lie down, moves the boxes to the side. Come out. I'm not going to hurt you much. There's no one there. Behind him, the door moves. Whoever was there had slipped past him. Walter's incredulous, shakes his head. Getting slow, old man. Clambers down to his feet, heads to the hallway. Oh yeah, this was those little like single slug lines. Interesting technique. I like this writing tip bot. Yeah, it's awesome. Go crazy. Yeah, I can. If you ever are gonna do a writing on your own site, let me know. I can send you a link to the bot, and you can have the same writing tips. Just like the link to the bot's list or whatever. Standing there in the darkness is Cat. Shows little emotion. Shit, you weren't supposed to see that. I hate to be the bad guy here, but I'm never gonna get that promotion if I don't. Looks up. She's gone. Walter's patience is wearing thin. He's about to do the cupboards. So interesting. I don't know why. Yeah, that line of dialogue still is a little bumpy, but it's all right. Deathly quiet, small yard, fully fenced to the kids' trampoline. Walter stalks his prey. For F's sake, he flips the tramp in the air. He's mad at himself. He's out of ideas, and he spots the tree trunk. He slowly raises the beam of light. How the hell did you get up there? Walter's okay. Like I was saying, this ain't personal, kid. I'm just tired of sneaking around in the dark, and a salary bump and a nice cookie's desk job are exactly what the doctor ordered. So, good show. The dialogue is a little clunky. Usually the best revelation scenes are usually silent. Where he like holds up his gun, he looks at the kid, and then he like puts it down. He's like, "Fine, come here." Like I feel like you're trying to establish that he wants a nice promotion or a job. So like, I feel like the writer is coming in and saying, "Hey, reader, he wants a promotion. He wants a bump." So like, I don't know if you have to establish that here. And you already did. So trust your establishment up here with communications, where he's like, when I'm in charge, we'll run this damn organization properly. Yes, sir. Or like maybe be like, I expect a promotion out of this. Click, and he like throws it away. Like something like that to show me that he's really like, I'm expecting a promotion from this. And he throws his headphone away. He's pissed. It brings in conflict with his organization, and it shows the need without you having to restate it. So you do kind of suggest it up top. So I don't know if you need to. Yeah, I mean, it feels more realistic that he'd be talking to communications. It feels less realistic that he'd be talking to this kid he's chasing down. Cadillac night. Walter drives, checks his rearview mirror. Call pulls in. Yeah, writing tip bot gets after it. I turned up its frequency because I had so many writing tips. Walter drives, checks his rearview mirror. Car pulls on the freeway. Takes a deep breath. The night is silent. Digs into the cup holder. Find a wrapped candy amongst loose change. He holds it out. You hungry? Riding shotgun is the little girl, still silent, motionless. She stares at the canyon and the old man driving. Cadillac murders in traffic. Late model Rolls Royce. Sitting on the luxurious back seat are Walter, now 56, and Cat, now 17. He's become more regal with age, a sprinkling of gray in his beard and sideburns. He reads from his tablet. He's still, you can be Cat. Naive innocence, she could easily pass as a child. She fizzes with uncorked energy as she watched the world go by outside the window.
The only thing that bugs me is that this is so much like The Professional.
Yeah, or Lucky Number 11.
But The Professional is actually like a little girl.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's raised by this assassin.
Well, you gotta ask.
I haven't seen that movie in a while though, so I can't remember how similar it is. I just remember like it was like weirdly sexual. It was like kind of weird.
Oh, that the one with Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
I've heard about that, yeah. Never read it. She's like really young.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
She was like 13.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So anyways, as you were.
Oh yeah. Daddy, I know what I want for my birthday.
Driving lessons. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Driving lessons.
Why would you want driving lessons when we have a chauffeur?
Because people drive. That's what they do. I want to drive drive too.
Driving is dangerous.
What about some new books?
What's wrong with the books you have? The Adventures of Mary May, World's Greatest Secret Agent. You love those books.
When I was a kid, there must be hundreds of books out there. I want to read them all.
Why don't we concentrate on the task at hand? She nods, grows serious, passes her a small vial. She tucks it away in a hidden pouch. A simple penetrate and deliver. Easily. Easy.
I was just thinking about that interaction. I remember when we read it the first time. There's not that much conflict.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying like no, he's just like, oh, well, you have books. I think we made that comment.
Yeah, or just showing, because like you have like these rebuffs, like where it's like, what about some new books? Well, what's wrong with the books you have? When I was a kid, like, but you want to bring us into the emotions of what's happening. Where and you have her sighs and growing serious, but
It doesn't
like almost
It
yeah,
doesn't say as much about their relationship.
yeah, it should get a little spicy, at times. Like they should be kind of.
Be like, no, you're my daughter. You should only read secret agent books. Should be like,
Yeah.
or something, whatever.
Or she maybe has brought in a book that she's stolen and she's not allowed to read. Like those types of those are really good for parent-child conflict is disobedience, because that's like a very relatable moment, so it makes you understand. So like look
Their relationship early on. Even if
exactly.
it doesn't play that big of a role in maybe that'll happen later, but it'd be good to establish it early on too.
One thing I can do too is I can give you the headset because my voice is naturally loud.
Oh.
My voice is naturally a little softer.
That's true. My mom says she can't hear me.
Yes, they're a bit more of a
I'm soft spoken.
soft spoken, just like they should be. Just kidding.
Slap.
She nods, grows serious. He passes her a small vial. I'm looking at yeah, it's the same.
What's that?
My voice really does carry.
Yeah. You're quite loud.
There we go. Perfect. Okay. Cat, every job is important. Can't take any of them lightly. I want you to promise me there'll be no mucking around.
Where are you?
Right here.
Oh.
Get in and get out. So it's good he's getting stern, but yeah, we can hear much better.
That's good. I was worried about that.
Yes, Fox is a very soft-spoken girl.
Yes.
He locks his gaze on her. She avoids momentarily, and eventually nods in agreement. He smiles. And some good news. We have secured control of one of the elevators. The lobby will be abandoned. For the first time in history, you'll be able to walk through the front door. He looks elated. She looks disappointed.
Where's the fun in that?
Elvis' waiting room earlier that day. All the best fittings money can buy. Walter's assistants in the waiting area. Broad-shouldered male assistant waits at the desk. Body armor, checks his watch. How are we going to know it's early the next day?
Earlier that day.
Yeah, earlier that day, I mean.
Yeah.
And reverse time jumps are tough to pull off. This earlier day cut seems sudden. Well, one, I don't know why we're making that jump. So it feels like so unless I know we're gonna be like earlier that day, and then we jump, it just feels sudden. Yeah, unprompted, and you may want to consider a signal like night be day. I think this is a day scene. Oh, city street night. Okay, never mind. You do. So good job. But it still feels a little sudden to me. But maybe that's just me.
We shall see.
Okay, so you're signaling with the time of day change. Fair enough. Eventually the phone buzzes. The PA smiles to Walter. You can go in now. Walter raises his head, but the guard produces a metal detector wand. You've got to be kidding me. Clearly they're not. Interior office. So like these little grace notes of interiority and like the narrator speaking are fine.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that in Dionaea we started losing our grip on the scene and what was happening because of those grace notes. So even more lavish in the waiting area, mild-mannered women, ma'am. The guard lingers. She gives them the slightest of nods. Exit. Boss. Walter. Okay, you can do it.
I do. Walter, you're looking well. And what an impeccable record you're building for yourself. At this rate, you'll be in my chair before we know it.
Smiles in recognition, but doesn't disagree.
Tension is
is
palpable. Of course, we're not here to discuss you. We're here to discuss your protege, young Catherine.
Got. Intricate sequences, separate timelines. For your night.
Oof. Separate timelines. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like jumping back.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure
That was like side by side. Got it.
So I think what the writer is doing here is he's trying to establish Kat's like training and stuff like that. Whether or not it's necessary, I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, separate time. Yeah, Kat and Walter. Yeah. I'm confused now. Interior apartment building for your night, polished marble floors. You've trained her well. Oh, I see. Then you're intercutting.
So this is the
So
present
he's
day.
intercutting back to the apartment building where Kat's like darting around, and then they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So they
that took
can
me a
see
second.
her, I'm
No-
guessing. Cause...
Well, no. So they're intercutting back to the previous scene
Oh, I
of
see.
like Kat like darting around into the apartment building, and then him. Okay, so that's fine.
Okay.
Just be super clear in your writing, and you do it. So whatever. Kat sends the interest. Boss voiceover. Yeah, you trained her well. Kat checks. There's no sign of life. With trepidation, okay, what goes off? Her movement is rigid, uptight, but halfway across.
This woman never makes a sound except to speak.
Yeah. But halfway across, she begins to loosen up. This isn't so bad. Walter looks proud. Flawless record so far, but she's never tried to leave. In the lobby, a sudden burst of chatter emanates from behind the conference room doors. Kat freezes on the spot, her breathing rapid. Door bursts open and crowd spills out, but Kat's gone. She's cowering in a small alcove, hidden from sight. Hands clamped over her ears, her head tucked between her knees. Devilish grin from Walter. We found ways to make her stay. Flashback. 5-year-old Kat, alone. In a loud, aggressive crowd, jostled around like a pit bull.
Pinball.
Pinball. Crowd bustles past the alcove, but Kat isn't there. Her coat is stuffed into the near by bin, high above. I hear she's quite the talent. Giant stained
Wait,
glass.
so where are we now?
So we're just down here. I'm just kind of reading quick.
But I'm just, where is the story now?
So they're like.
So this is the
jumping
apartment building.
between,
Okay.
Like a few flashbacks. So this does get a little bit confusing. It's not bad. Jumping. I don't know if I need the what happened download on why Kat stayed. The extra flashback of the pinball seems overly.
Although I kind of read that as how he made her stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I don't think we need to know.
Okay.
In my mind.
Unless it like plays a role in her flaw as a character.
Yeah, which may be like why she's afraid of the crowd. Or when she sees the conference room crowd. So maybe it's fine.
But I agree, it is a little random.
Yeah, there are a lot of flashbacks. I just think this is a clunky segment.
It's like going earlier, present, voiceover, flashback.
Study, boss, back to the, I'd say overall, great writing.
Mm-hmm.
Super clear, and dialogue is solid. Flashback section may need a bit of work. Trust your reader. What can we assume from their current? So, I mean, you give us their great current relationship that's really strong from the car ride. So, like, I know that he's made her stay. I know that she trusts him. She calls him daddy. So you may not have to get as detailed in exactly how he did it, unless it's very important to the current scene. Unless it's going to change the course of our story somehow. May not need it all. Just something to think about. But yeah,
I dig. Yeah.
I dig. I think I'm going to vote.
The second one.
Vote for Raised by Wolves. Well done.
Yeah.
That was
Both were good.
Great. Both were good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see you guys move to the next round.
Woo!
Good luck, Scriptshadow people. Take care, Twitch. I will find someone to host in just a moment so you can keep watching. I think Majin Buu is streaming. So.
Always.
Yep.
Take care, everyone.
Feel free to give us a follow. Hopefully see you again soon. Later.